Hi, my name's Nick Layton, and for the next few minutes you are exactly where you want to be. This was originally recorded August 18th, 2020 for Facebook Live, uncut and uncensored. Let's talk about certainty or uncertainty. It's only natural to seek certainty in the face of uncertainty, as humans have done this since the beginning of time, which is why so many cultures there are stories of people who look into or who claim to be able to influence the future. When it comes to business, we like to look at our numbers and our previous performance to predict what we're going to do in the future. We work on processes so we can predictably do the same in the future. Perhaps that's because our approach to the hardest problems and the anxiety of these problems is fundamentally misdirected. When most of us face a challenge, we typically fall back on our standard operating procedures. Call this managing the probable. In much of our education, we've learned that some simple problems simply just has one right answer. For more complicated problems, accepted algorithms can help us work out the best answer among available options. We respond to uncertainty with analysis. We look for leaders who know the way forward and offer the same kind of insurance, predictability. But what I want to challenge you with today is as a business owner, is to think differently, moving from managing the probable to leading the possible. And that requires us to address challenges in a fundamentally different way, breaking out of the familiar patterns and using a whole new approach that allows us to expand our options, experiment in low-risk ways, and to realize potentially huge returns. But be warned, leading the possible also involves coping with our own anxieties about our unknowable and uncontrollable world, just like the business world is today. Uncertainty can't be solved with existing procedures. It takes new habits of mind to lead the possible. In my experience, there are 3 such habits which will stretch the capabilities of leaders and help them not only to lead the possible, but also to have fun while doing it. The first one is to ask questions, different questions. The questions that emerge from our typical patterns of thought are quite predictable. We tend to start big and narrow into our conclusions. Asking different questions could slow down that process. Let me give you a couple of examples. What do I expect not to find? How could I tune into the unexpected? What might I be discounting by explaining things too quickly? What would happen if I shifted one of my core assumptions on this issue, just as an experiment? Okay, that's the first. The second one is take multiple perspectives. No one can predict where the next vital idea will come from, but we can support an expansive view to see if we can find it. This, of course, is why the best leaders are working with business coaches or sit on peer advisory boards. So here's some ideas. Take the perspective of someone who frustrates or irritates us. What might that person teach us? Seek the opinions of people beyond our comfort zone. The perspectives of others, among others, could be younger people in the organization, junior staff, maybe a dissatisfied customer. They could teach us all kinds of things. And then listen to what people say. We shouldn't try to convince the other people about what we're saying. We should listen and learn. If we understand their perspective well enough, we might even find that our own conclusions are biased. The third area is to look beyond the system. As humans, we always want this linear, straightforward connection between cause and effect. We look for root causes at the center of problems. In doing these things, we often fail to perceive the broader forces at work. Sometimes it's way more complicated. It can be helpful to resist the urge to create systems or use the existing systems. And here's a couple of alternatives. We can hold opposing ideas without reconciling them. If it looks as though we're confronting an either-or choice, we can reconsider our narrow frame and wonder what we're missing. We shouldn't waste time arguing about the best solution. Instead, we can pick several good solutions and experiment with them in a very small way. We can also give up the hunt for the root cause and instead look at the edges of the issue. The system center is most resistant to change, but tinkering at the peripherals can deliver outsized returns. These are 3 ways to solve for uncertainty. Next, you have to do something that I know as a leader you know how to do. You need to communicate the new certainty. That's how you negate uncertainty. That's how you lead. That's how you get results. Now, it's your turn. How can you create certainty in your business today? Post it here. I would love to know. If you found just one nugget of advice or opinion or inspiration in this quick video, please do me a small favor and like and share. Follow this page and join me next Tuesday when we'll take another look into entrepreneurship and business ownership for today's economy. My name is Nick Layton, and I wish you passion, profit, and happiness.